Parental discretion is advised.
Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you. Hey guys, are you enjoying the Wrestling Mayhem Show? Are you finding value in these conversations? Do you want to support it so we can become even bigger? Check out patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Want to have your business or podcast featured on the show? Contact us at info@sorgatronmedia.com. Subject line, advertising.
Wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect attack.
Oh hey, it's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. I'm Sorgatron, at Sorgatron on Twitter, coming at you from the Mayhem Studios here in Pittsburgh, PA, ready to talk professional wrestling of a type with you guys. And I got a great crew here tonight. Of course, coming at us from Johnstown, PA, is Bobby F. J-Town. How you doing, sir?
Great. How is everybody in podcast land tonight?
Oh, I don't know. You've been in podcast land because it's the second show you've been on tonight.
Yeah.
After
I guess we're all good.
Hosting the great boss battle with Insert Coin to begin.com with the great Evan Jalistico, a friend of the Indie Mayhem Show, joining us and talking video games. It was great. It was
fun times.
Awesome.
Go listen.
Also joining us on that show and joining us here is the Riz of the outskirts out there by Monroeville-ish.
That's me, Sorg.
Yeah, it's you, Riz. I'm glad you joined us again.
I'm glad to be here, Sorg.
And also with
Can't
us,
wait to play.
And also, no, that's not right. And also with us from Poughkeepsie, New York, is Mad Mike.
Do we have any A's?
You almost got it right, Sorg.
You know what? I'm not. Can you hear how my voice is doing already? This is going to be bad. I'm still screamed out from the weekend.
Just
apparently.
gargle with some Faygo, Sorg. You'll be fine.
I drank all of it already.
Stay away from the moon mist.
Stay away from the moon mist. That's what I drank yesterday. And I still fell asleep during Raw. But we'll get into that. Also with us, somebody showed up in the studio, guys.
Who showed up, Sorg?
How about Chad the Shad? Returning.
Oh, Chad is here.
My God, he's back.
I love your shirt. I love that I only have you on this show because that shirt wouldn't fly anywhere else. Wearing a polite as fuck shirt, which I didn't notice in person. I noticed when I looked at the camera.
I'm fancy. I'm a fancy man.
It's fancy. Drinking the Miller Lite.
But no, I don't like canned water.
Oh, I see.
I don't like canned water.
See.
Yeah, Chad only drinks Miller High Life. I mean, come on.
The High Life. I will drink High Life.
So what brings you back to the Mayhem Show? Did we lock down? You haven't been here since the 5th anniversary, and this is our 8th year doing this.
I think so. Yes. Yes, it's been a long while. You needed me to come back, at least for a show.
Oh, you've seen the numbers.
So, need a ratings bump. I'm here to give you that bump.
There you go. Get the Chad the Shad bump. He's going to be joining us, and he's got a story. Was it Tully Blanchard-ish story?
A Blanchard family story.
Oh. So we'll get into that in a little bit here. A little teaser for you. Of course, this is your Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is episode 430. Not the time, the number. You can, of course, thank you. Intro by Basic Sickness. You can check out more stuff from him at basicsickness.com. You can also drop by WrestlingMayhemShow.com to check out this and other shows like our wrap-ups and after shows of the main wrestling shows out there. And of course, the Indie Mayhem Show is a great ongoing internet interview show where we're talking about a few people from our worlds here in Pittsburgh and down in Texas and abroad. And sometimes we put them on a video game show too. You can find this show and all of our shows on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Spreaker in audio and video formats. And you can drop us a line to that email address at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. What good times? You're out of practice. You're out of practice over there.
Good times.
At WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Yes. Who's this little
Very
kid you got
manly.
working for you in Texas?
This little kid in Texas.
Yeah. Who is this kid?
He's actually a commentator. He's actually now a commentator with the NWA.
I am watching. I am always watching.
Yes.
I see the Twitter feed. I jump on the website. I watch you while you sleep.
Oh no.
Oh no,
So-
no.
I make sure nobody
That's
hurts
why
you
I got
guys.
spirit in my dream.
I make sure nobody hurts you guys. But no, I have noticed that he has been doing quite well with his endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
The show's been doing quite well.
Thank you.
So
Mhm.
I'm glad I hit a nice round number too.
Yeah.
'Cause
We're,
430 is great. I only hit round numbers like
Even
episode 300 or episode 430.
I know. Where's Remedy on this nice round number show, right?
even,
I don't know what he's
no, he digs
touching
even
dicks on the
numbers,
North
Sorg.
Shore or something. I don't know.
Yes. But you can also drop us a line to the phone number at 412-206-WMS0. Please leave comments and reviews and stars and thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care. Just a reaction I want over at any of those iTunes or YouTubes or anything like that. And then I don't have any more show notes because my computer went to sleep. So we're back again. Thanks.
Oh no.
Excuse me. And of course, you can join us here live every Tuesday at live.sorgatronmedia.com, round about 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, as mentioned at the top of the show, our Patreon at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can support us there, just like WrestlingRevolution.com, TheWrestlingRevolution.com does, as well as Bo Diggity. Woo! So, and you can make us say your name in fun ways too if you go to that Patreon and donate per show there. It really helps us really try to upgrade the show and try to keep it going, keep it getting better over these years. Maybe expansion. Maybe we'll do another show about something. Maybe we'll do a show where we just interview kaiju big bad old people.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
I really want to know what the waffle named French Toast has to say.
I wonder what vegetable he would be.
Oh, that's the question. I think.
Inquiring minds want to know, Sorg.
Who was that I was supposed to ask to? Like someone at the gathering, right? Anyways, with that, let's get started the only way we know how with the fan mail, which is weird because it's actually not. Well, I guess he's a fan, but he's also a host of the show.
He's a fan now.
Now
Sorg,
he's a
'cause
fan for
not
this
here.
week because he's not here. Yes.
How convenient.
How convenient. He's avoiding it. He's ducking you. Does Lunchbox owe you money?
He's ducking me. Oh, he owes
He
me
has
a
to
lot
be.
more than money.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Owes
All
me a
right, I
soul.
don't know why you guys are saying "whoa." That's pretty much standard.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
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 Probably. Well, he says, "Good evening, Mayhem friends. I am currently searching for
Good evening.
the Sankara stones in Pankot, so I am
Sankara
unable
stones.
to appear on the show this evening. However, I have a few things to weigh in on whilst I eat my chilled monkey
Whilst.
brains. Whilst?
Whilst.
Number one, what is going on with Summer Rae and Layla? Why are they just bounding around aimlessly managing every mid-carder on the company? Hashtag
I got it.
Summer and Layla deserve better. What is it? What is it, Riz?
They're whores.
Oh!
Oh no!
No, wait. And then it's going to be learned that Fandango has purposefully given them an STD, which then takes out the entire roster besides John Cena
Oh, wow.
and Darren Young
Oh, wow.
So,
for obvious reasons.
Riz, are you saying there's a bout of fandangonorrhea?
Mm.
I hate you. I kind of hate you for
Wow.
saying that now.
Wow.
Wait, which one?
Him.
Both?
No. Definitely Mike.
Yes. So me saying they're whores makes it all better.
No,
now.
that makes sense.
No, that makes nothing better.
No, that's
Wait,
not
wait.
good.
I dropped the shot on you at the weirdest moment.
That's why I tried to
Yeah.
undercut it with a horrible pun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts that don't involve sexually transmitted diseases?
I'm not going to get in trouble, so I'm not going to say anything.
No, I think they're
why would you
they're
get?
just-
Why would you not get in trouble?
No, they're just like PMS, like the Terry and Jackie statement.
Pretty mean sisters.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I always
Meat.
thought they were.
We can mention meat because Lunchbox isn't here.
That's true.
Oh, you will
I'm gonna get
now
it next week.
Let's
you will
have
now
it.
know
Not
his
even
wrath.
10 minutes into the show, and we've had a horrible pun about an STD and a Sean Stasiak reference. You can
Hashtag-
tell he is not here.
Hashtag Planet Stasiak.
These girls have the HIV? Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
It's time to catch Chad up.
Oh,
All right.
Lord.
Further comments and questions posed. Number 2, I always love seeing the announce team sitting there awkwardly without a table. They try so hard to act nonchalant, but they fucking hate that shit. I guess that's not really a question.
They're exposed from the waist down.
That's right.
Maggle, I'm exposed. I'm exposed like a turnbuckle, Maggle.
Right. Next up, C. While I'm hashtagging, hashtag Roman deserves better, hashtag JBL deserves better, and hashtag Cena deserves better.
I can
Hashtag
only
Tully
agree with one of
deserves
those.
better.
I have no idea what you guys said.
Mike?
Hashtag Bo deserves Boater.
Oh.
No.
Riz, what'd you say?
I was going to just say hashtag JBL deserves better is probably what we should say. Because he does.
Number 4, seriously.
And also,
sorry.
hashtag Kali deserves better.
Nice. Number 4, seriously, Monday on Raw. Cena proved that once again that he can put on a damn good match. Do you think his match against Brock will be better than that? The odds are not good.
That was a
No.
kick-ass match, and I don't think his Brock match is going to be good.
Anything near that? No. No,
Get
absolutely
nowhere
not.
near.
Chad?
No.
Utter destruction by Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah?
I am a Brock Lesnar fan. Always
Okay.
have
Oh, wait.
been.
So you're the one we're talking about. You're
I
the one
always
cheering
have
there
been.
last week.
Always have been.
Okay.
And I would love to see Brock Lesnar just go in and decimate John Cena.
Man,
what was
now-
your
But
reaction?
not get so overworked that he's just blown up 5 minutes into the match.
Yeah.
Like
And flip
at the
himself-
Rumble.
And flip himself over the top rope like last time he faced Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your
Wow,
reaction
this is-
as a Lesnar fan? What was your reaction as to the Taker win?
I was surprised that it did happen.
Mm-hmm.
But as I did think about it more and more, this was never about Brock Lesnar. It's about Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
Lesnar didn't break the streak, and I've read various
Nope.
articles and stuff. Paul Heyman broke that streak,
Mm-hmm.
and Paul Heyman's the
Mhm.
one who is reaping all the benefits from it.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one on TV every week
Yes.
Yep.
saying that this is what he did, this is who he's coached.
and to a point, like Cesaro is benefiting from
Yes.
Brock winning the streak.
Yeah, and I love all of Heyman's promos.
Yeah.
Because he centers them on himself
Yeah.
and then guides you in a direction he wants you to go, whether you're going to cheer for him, boo for him, cheer for the
Master.
opponent, beer
Absolute
for,
master.
Yeah, whatever you're going to do, he's got his hand on the wheel of the ship.
Yeah.
And winning, he beat the streak.
Mm-hmm.
He did it.
He's the one behind
I-
the one in 21 and 1.
Yeah, he's the
Technically,
best.
He's the one behind both the ones. in
He's the
21
best
and
wrestler not wrestling right now.
That's
I-
a manager,
I forget where I read it, but someone like fantasy booked the kind of thing where Paul Heyman always had planned for Brock to be the one to end the streak. But first he had Punk go after it because he knew Punk couldn't do it, and then he had Brock fight Punk to get the advantage of fighting the guy who almost beat the Undertaker, and he took the knowledge of those two fights, and then strengthening him up against the Big Show to see if he could to beat the Undertaker, like building Brock up to that level where he could get it.
Huh.
It was just very, very weird.
Wow.
Like, it was weirdly written, but it made so much sense.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yeah, it was like a roadmap of like a 2-year plan that Heyman had put together to end the streak, and it all started like it was all just recon work, and it all played into each other. And it was kind of strange, like Mike said, to read, and like it was written kind of strangely, but it all clicked. Like there was no cogwheels missing in the machine. Like it all just made sense as you go through. Very interesting.
Awesome. Number 5, I don't know where they are going with the gold Stardust shit. but I wish they'd get there, or at least sprinkle some matches in the mix, like delicious chocolate chips and their already tasty cookie batter, bake at 350 degrees, and serve with cold almond milk. Well, okay. Please take a moment this week and listen to the newest episode of Panel Riot featuring the Mayhem's own Bobby F. J-Town. Lay ears on it at panelriot.com and follow us on Twitter at Panel Riot. Have a great show, guys, and remember, no time for love, Dr. Jones, Indiana Lunchbox. Bobby F. J-Town on the new Panel Riot this week, I guess?
I was on Panel Riot this week, and it was amazing. I talked about different collectibles I had. Will and I had an awesome time, or Lunchbox as we like to call them. It was a great show, and you can download it on Sorgatron Media and hear my sad childhood stories.
Panelriot.com, at Panel Riot on the Twitters if you want to check that as well. Great stuff. I listened to part of another episode, so glad to see he's kicking that off and doing something different, like a new concept on the comic book podcast. Real cool. Also, while he's on his trip, I noticed that he did find, finally, he did find his Fruity Pebbles. Oh no, that's laggy. That's not right. That's not working right at all. Not at all. No, he found his Fruity Pebbles. So with the John Cena on it.
He got him right next to the Sin Cara Stones.
He did get him right next to the Sin Cara Stones. Exactly.
Then he dropped the Sin Cara Stones because they're meant to be dropped.
Oh no. Oh, that's no good. That's definitely no good. But with that, hey, before we get to the rest of this here, let's toss to our bud Slice on Broadway, getting more people in the studio. I still think Chad showed up because we got the pizza.
I like pizza.
He does like pizza.
Yeah. Chad likes autographed and non-autographed pizza.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
I forgot about
I
that.
still have my chest flexor autographed slice of pizza.
Hey, he's a tag. He is a tag team champion now.
It'll get better. The longer I keep it, the more value that pizza will get.
It certainly can't get worse.
No,
It'll be like $50 at Pawn Stars.
it was a 50-cent slice of pizza at Super Indie
6. Is that the one? Is that the one that Larry Sweeney?
Yes, Larry Sweeney won the Super Indie tournament.
Oh, you got Palisades pizza?
I didn't eat it. I just got it signed by Chess Flexor, and then it petrified into wood, and that's why it's still intact.
Drift pizza.
It's great though. It's fantastic. I'll have to post a photo of it on the Facebook page.
Does it like still look like pizza, basically?
It maintained its slice shape. Okay. But it's not really. It's kind of like cardboard. It's just like a block of.
By the way, I managed to get the picture up of LB with his John Cena.
Looks so happy.
He's so pleased. Look at him there. Wow.
He's like a kid.
Wow.
On that note, that is C Nation through and through right there.
Sorry. We what's this supposed to be? We're supposed to talk about our sponsor. How did we get to that? SliceOnBroadway.com. Friends of the show have been supporting us for a few months now. Actually opening a new location. Of course, if you're in the Beachview area in South Hills of Pittsburgh, you can head up there on the tracks there here and check out some of the best pizza in town, I think. And they have a new location over in Carnegie. You can get that over on their Facebook page. They got that listed. So if you're on your airport or something, it's going to be a good one to drop off over at 108 East Main Street in Carnegie, PA. Also kind of in the south of Pittsburgh. But they're having a grand opening this Friday. They're going to have prizes. They're going to have music. They're going to have pizza samples. You can just check it out. And I hear that there may be a contest for free pizza for a year, guys.
Sorg, I want to enter that.
I don't know if you can enter that without being here, for instance.
Damn it.
We can see what the rule is on that. So
free faxed pizza for a year.
Free fax pizza for a year. So go check them out. SliceOnBroadway.com. Slice on Broadway on the Facebook. PGH_Slice on the Twitters. And tell them the Mayhem sent you. Tell them that the Wrestling Mayhem Show sent you if you're showing up or anything like that. Chilla on the Awesome Cast ordered it via his iPad by
Nice.
calling them via his
Technology.
iPad, apparently. And he has a whole thing where he buys enough pizza for him and the baby, but the baby can't eat solid foods yet. So, aw, damn. Aw, damn. Go check out like about 2 weeks ago on the Awesome Cast to see that story. Anyways, with that, let's get back to some more wrestling talk. Some great stuff. Once again, kind of going on from. There's a great picture that was posted in here from Wrestling Memes. Riz, I imagine you're usually the one to post these things of Drew McIntyre.
That was amazing.
I did not post this one.
You did not post this one. I'm sorry. When I grab the link, it gives me like the original post and not who reposted it. But this is what happens when you don't screw Drew. And there's Drew McIntyre in a ring surrounded by rabid fans.
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's amazing.
Drew, that's more wow. Yo, I feel like when you're like in the position like a Drew McIntyre, you know, you're kind of being crapped on for so many years in WWE, and to leave and go to a show like this where people actually do kind of give crap about you. Like that has to be one so redeeming for somebody like that.
Yep.
You know,
they didn't know how to use them.
Really. I mean, he went from they went from being the next big thing from Vince McMahon's mouth.
Yeah, he was Vince McMahon's chosen wrestler. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That never worked out for anyone.
No, obviously not.
Yeah.
Just
his hair was too long.
Kennedy.
His hair was too long?
His hair was too long.
Why? Why is that the thing?
He never got a push or anything till he chopped off a couple inches.
Mm-hmm.
His hair was too long there for a while. Too long. Okay, cut your hair, hippie.
It did kind of look like what an avatar,
Says the man with long
non-blue
hair.
avatar would look like.
The non-blue avatar?
Yeah, that's what they called him for a while.
He had like elven hair.
Yeah.
Like he could have been an extra at Lord of the Rings. Like that's how long and straight his hair was. Like I'm sure you might be able to see him in the background.
Drew Galas.
Yeah.
Of course, the other big thing from last night was the streak is ended. Of course, also shared over there is Eat, Sleep, Break the Streak with R-Truth.
So sad.
So sad.
Why R-Truth?
I don't know. Why not?
No.
Why did he make it at least to 21-0?
I know, right?
R-Truth, because that's the one everyone expects him to beat.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. Everybody said, "Oh,
Same
there's
exact
no
reaction.
way Undertaker's gonna beat him." And then Undertaker loses, and you're like, "Oh." But with this one, I didn't want it to end. I did not want.
No, it was so great.
I wanted him to go. I wanted him to go on a Goldberg-like streak.
He went so far, right?
I don't want to see R-Truth unless it involves a briefcase full of spiders or has a fear of heights.
I wouldn't mind seeing R-Truth getting beat down by Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. Like, you pander too much. Bam!
He would fit into that stable, though, because of his attitude, but I don't know.
Is that the Race War stable?
Yes, that's the Race War
That we
stable.
finally got years later?
We've been
Yes.
singing that SmackDown Race War
SmackDown
song
Race
for
Wars,
so long.
fight.
SmackDown Race Wars, black, white. Yeah. Yeah, we've been saying this. This is back when I was on the show regularly.
It was. It absolutely was.
We were ahead of our time.
Finally. We didn't even know who Xavier Woods was then.
No. We had the
we all knew who
concept.
the Black Power Ranger was.
We had the concept and the idea.
Wow. Anyways.
Oh my God, the Black Power Ranger.
No, jeez.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, is anybody caught up on this Daniel Bryan story?
Emma got away.
What?
No.
She was the other thief.
The
Too
Daniel?
soon.
No. Wait, no. Ah, I just got
Yeah.
that. I just got
There
that.
it is.
I got it. No. So apparently he fought off a burglar.
It sounded like he chased down a
he
bird.
fought off two.
Burglars.
One got away.
Okay.
Hope he didn't use it
And
next time.
it was so awkward because you know how they have all these press conferences sometimes with the like you see on the news, the state police officer.
See, that's the thing, because that's what I came across when I was trying to find information on this, and I
Is
watched
the-
like the first like 2 minutes of it, and there's like the police officer talking about it, and actually like making comments about like certain stuff is not going to be revealed because they are WWE superstars. Or employed with the WWE or whatever, and sensitive information. But like, why is Bree sitting there with the dog?
The dog looks scared out of his or her damn mind.
Mhm.
He looked like Christian on commentary.
She might have been holding the dog so the dog didn't like run after Bryan or something.
But why does the dog have to be at the press conference?
Total
Maybe
divas.
Bree just felt comforted by having the dog there.
That could be.
That could be.
That could
Yeah.
be.
That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
And you know this is going to be on Total Divas.
Mhm.
They're going to have that presser on the Total Divas.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think actually no, because I think Total Divas probably goes up to SummerSlam.
It was
so.
Tyson Kidd's new heel persona. He did it.
Yeah. By the way, Tyson Kidd totally dropped the heel persona on main event tonight.
What?
What?
He teamed with Zack Ryder
Ah.
Well,
You know what? The
against
NXT
Slater Gate.
NXT is like the ultimate universe of WWE.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Did Slater Gator actually win a match?
Yeah, Slater Gator won.
Jeez.
Wow.
Slater
Not
Gator is the
Slater
best tag
Gator.
team in his. No, you shut your mouth.
No, that's what Tyson
Slater
O'Neil says. Titus O'Neil says.
All right. And have you guys seen
I'm
this
sorry,
preview?
Titus O'Neil and I are friends on Twitter. By the way, true fact.
Oh,
He
don't
loves.
start doing the Tyson Kidd fact gimmick, Riz. Don't
No.
start doing that.
Look it up. Look it up. But I know for a fact Titus O'Neil probably enjoys Slater Gator. Maybe. He and I are like this
On Twitter. On Twitter.
on
On
Twitter.
Twitter.
He
Have
probably
you-
doesn't even know who I am.
Have you guys been seeing the WWE transformed teaser images?
Yes.
I
Oh god, that was so.
That was the
It was a
dumbest
good
thing.
build-up. It was a good build-up.
Yeah.
Now it's stupid.
Why?
I was really hoping that was
Huge
World War
leap.
III.
What have they been doing with
It
it?
was alternate, like it was like a comic book drawings of WWE superstars.
Alternate-
Oh, is this a
costumes.
Secret War thing?
No, it's worse.
No.
It's just somebody drew wrestlers in alternate costumes.
Yeah, like Bray
And-
Wyatt looks like a Mormon.
Yeah, he was a Mormon or Amish.
Oh, the Brad Maddox thing's really interesting. So
Yeah, the
like,
Triple H.
and that's it.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
all it was. It was dumb.
And
John
Cena
Cena
becomes
is just,
Striker from Mortal Kombat.
and nobody.
What
pitched
the hell
that.
was
That's not
with
a real. That's not a real one though.
What the hell was with
That-
Santino?
That Brad Maddox one is not real.
Oh, okay. I'm
was-
just
yeah,
kind of
why-
exploring
why
the
is-
hashtag.
Why is Santino a geisha scorpion?
I have
The
no idea.
Cobra. Cobra.
That
That's
was
why.
dumb.
Oh, that's still kind of
Yeah,
stupid.
that's still a thing.
But now I kind of get it. But it looks horrible.
Wow.
And
Oh,
I'm
but-
sorry for the WWE fans who waste their time thinking it's something.
Yeah, everybody was speculating, and just it turned out to be nothing.
It was a lot of fun to speculate, that's for sure. When
Yeah.
we had the thread, I mean, it got our minds
Yeah.
kind of going with it. Especially since they've been doing some interesting things, like with the kind of weird alternate. Like, I would have loved if it was like a what did I say, like a CG reimagined
Like a
version
Slam
of these
City,
guys.
yeah.
Like an anime.
Yeah, like a more adult, like an anime, like like a more adult Sam City. I mean, they're supposed to be doing like this Camp WWE thing, so they're taking those characters and kind of using the characters of the characters, So
Did anyone read the Mick Foley comic?
not yet.
Mm-mm.
It just came out in trade, and I stopped at Barnes and Noble and read it because I sure as hell wasn't going to buy it. It's really interesting.
Really?
It's really, really kind of weird. Like it's basically Punk and Bryan taking on the Authority,
Oh,
but
no.
there's all sorts of like weird X factors, like with the Undertaker and
Is
with
it?
John Cena around and everything. It's very, very weird.
Is this WWE Mick Foley fan fiction?
Kind of.
Oh
isn't
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
Erotic fan fiction.
The whole no, Ritz. Definitely not erotic fanfiction. That's a different
Man.
show.
By the way, that's a great Twitter handle if you haven't checked it out yet.
Not going to.
Yeah, you and Eamon post stuff, but the whole gimmick is around someone stole $1 million in a briefcase, so they keep calling it the Money in the Bank. It's very, very weird. Like, it actually ends up where they're climbing a ladder to find it because it was hidden in a ceiling. It was really, really,
That's really
odd.
weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess Cena accidentally found it.
No, Cena. No, it was actually AJ was the one who stole it. Oh, spoilers!
What?
Spoilers.
Oh my God, Mike!
Oh no.
You're killing
Don't
me.
make it
I'm
all
sorry. I just ruined it for everybody.
Don't take it. You gotta
It's
give that
okay,
money
we'll
back.
fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. That's fine. All right. On that note, we're going to go to break here, and we'll come back with Remember When in a moment. But hey, guys, big news! Big news this week. Of course, Sorgatron Media had a hand in the development, the shooting, and the editing of the Finding Zach Gowen documentary. Talk about his time with WWF and his issues before that, losing a leg for one thing, the cancer, going to WWF and leaving that and actually fighting with drugs. It's a great story and is actually reviewed. Chad, if you can hold that up, he's got the copy over there, over on page 6 of this month's Pro Wrestling Illustrated. There it is. And I'll hold that page 6 up for them as well. There's a review of Finding Zach Gowen.
Oh man!
Oh, it's in there. 6. It's only 6. It's a 1 after 5. There we go. Right there. Review, full page review of Finding Zach Gowen, in part by Sorgatron Media, and of course with the great outsource announcing produced by Joe Dabrowski and Zach Gowen himself. I actually got to see Zach in action this weekend at the Gathering of the Juggalos. But that's the 35th anniversary edition of PWI. That's out right now. You can hit it at your newsstands. And I don't know what else you would read in there. There's some really goofy articles, but at least read that. Go check it out.
There's pictures to look at.
There are pictures to look at. Like a page after that is this guy named Ashley Six that I BS'd with a couple months ago.
This guy here,
cool. What's up?
Ashley
Six. That guy, he's cool. If you have a chance to catch him, he's a pretty good wrestler on the indies right now.
kind of looks like a vampire.
Well, no, he looks just kind of like a.
Like he needs fangs.
I mean, in person, he just looks like a dirty guy. Oh no,
He looks like an extra from True Blood.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Go
So,
check that out.
We don't need to look at him.
Who's the lady? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nikki Storm. It seems like the name should be switched, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Like this should be Nikki Storm, and this should be Ashley Six,
Yeah.
or
I
like
don't know. She looks more like an Ashley 8 to me.
maybe Nikki Six and
No,
Ashley
maybe
Storm.
Ashley 7.5, maybe.
maybe just there.
Ashley Six from Blossom.
Hey, what's up?
Ah.
How you doing?
Whoa.
Wow. With that, we're going to toss
Who's
to...
this guy?
We're still on?
Who's what guy?
Who's this guy?
What is he
Look at
wearing?
this.
That's
Look at
great.
this.
What is he wearing for the audio there? Is that...
He's got a gold bow tie on,
Uh-huh.
and that's it.
Oh, that's Rockstar Spud.
Some
He's
gold-
amazing.
No.
He's right next to DJ Zima Ion.
Ion.
Brr.
David Batista.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to toss here. Check out this...
Oh, this is that dead company, TNA.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll actually talk about them in a moment. But here's a trailer for Finding Zach Gowen, that you can pick up via, of course, digital downloads over at sorgatronmedia.com/store, or get the DVDs over at zachgowen.com or joe-dabrowski.com, whatever's easier for you to spell. And we'll be back with Remember When.
I'm going to talk about some things that I find, personally, I still find painful. See, it's kind of difficult for me to talk about because my childhood necessarily wasn't the best childhood. You know, I was in my own prison. I broke my leg in 3 or 4 places.
He was diagnosed in October as having osteogenic sarcoma. We didn't know what that surgery would mean.
I woke up as an 8-year-old missing his leg. It was definitely fate, I believe, that led me to the House of Truth Wrestling Academy. But in my heart, I knew that this is exactly what I was born to do. I finally found a place that accepted me. It was the most euphoric feeling I've ever had in my life.
And here's why I finally let him know. I go, listen, the WWE is going to call you.
I was completely overwhelmed.
This guy has a definite future in his business.
But I get to be in a Piper's Pit. I get to go to the ring with Hulk Hogan, wrestling the Big Show, working with Brock Lesnar, to be in the ring with Vince. Like, this is totally insane to me.
9 months before that, he was just a fan. 9 months later, he's in the ring with Hulk Hogan.
You could see this attitude change.
He definitely got an ego.
I rebelled and I acted out.
People didn't want to be put in matches with him.
Zach had so much heat. It looked like he was getting the living hell beat out of him.
And that it was better that he'd leave or they're going to end up killing him.
It definitely changed Zach when he got released.
The drugs and alcohol become my answer to all of that.
It just started going way downhill after that.
Zach's drug use was out of hand.
I feared for Zach's life many times.
I used to have dreams that he would die.
It was the closest I've seen to him being OD.
The guy has a gun to my head.
He went through a dark time in his life, and sometimes people need to do that to learn how to live.
He's been through hell and back. But that's the important part. He's back.
Zach's legacy can be anything he wants it to be.
It's a journey unlike anybody's story I've ever heard in my life. And I would want people to know the entire Zach Gowen story, and then judge Zach.
We're back, and please, again, check out the Finding Zach Gowen and support Zach Gowen at zachgowen.com, ZACHGowen.com, by the way, or joe-dombrowski.com. Great compatriots to the show and to Sorgatron Media, some great stuff that we're doing around here. So with that, let's go back to Remember When?
Remembering when, remembering when, remembering when, remembering when, remembering when, remembering when. Adrenaline rush, remembering when.
Anyways, this week, what the hell? This week on Remember When, we got the news. We got the news of the impending. Yeah, thank you.
Impending.
Thank you, English person.
Impending.
Death of TNA Impact Wrestling. Spike has informed that they are. Well, to clarify, it was first reported that Spike said they will not renew in October at this point. They do not intend to.
No.
There's some scrambling going on at TNA Wrestling in the home offices. And it's come back around that everybody's now saying, oh, we're still in negotiations.
They're coming up with the 8-sided ring.
That's loser
There you
talk.
go. That's loser talk.
I-
It's
Yeah.
negotiation.
See,
right?
I thought
Exactly.
they'd have. I thought 6 was too many sides, so they have to cut it down to a triangle ring.
There you go. Half off, right?
It's just a one-sided
So
ring.
let's look at what
It's not
we remember the best from TNA. That may not be around much longer. Your favorite moments. I'll kick off because I know nobody's going to have this one. I legitimately know nobody's going to have this one that's here. My introduction to TNA was actually fittingly because of what I just experienced. The Insane Clown Posse were on there. And I was just like, oh, they're involved. They were in WWF. They were in WCW. I loved it because they let the rappers wrestle because they really can wrestle, actually. They're trained, RVD apparently told them to stick with rapping in the long run. Okay, okay, sure.
Having fun,
yeah. It's like, oh, okay, great, stick with rapping.
You're okay.
Yeah. And then he's on then they're on WCW Nitro years later and everything. Yeah. But no, they popped up on there, and I remember them saying, Mike Tenay, Professor Mike Tenay, we loved watching you. You're the shit. Everything that's going on. That's before Mike Tenay was like kind of Mike Tenay, and they got involved with, I think they got involved with Jeff Jarrett and Raven and all that, and that was my introduction back when they had the weekly pay-per-views. Seriously.
I got some of the weekly pay-per-views.
Yeah. We went over to a friend's house from the Art Institute, and we got to watch them again because ICP was there. But we were introduced to all that other stuff, to the AJ Styles, to the Christopher Daniels and everything, and kind of stuck with it. And I was like, okay, let's keep an eye on this. Hopefully they do something, and they did, really. TNA did some fantastic things over the years. We'll see how long that lasts. Chad, do you have any favorite moments?
When I was first introduced to them I came across them on Fox Sports Network in the middle of the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey,
it was like 2:00 on Friday.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what is this? And I was also going to school, and that's when I have to say the best memory I have that TNA's ever given me, which they haven't given me much. Let's be honest. But they gave me a triple threat AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels match. And they gave us a couple of them during their heyday. And it was brilliant. I loved it. That's what drawn me in. I bought one of the weekly pay-per-views and everything, and that's what I was watching it for, was those three. Because their triple threat matches were just spectacular to watch. And it was fresh. It was new. I've never seen anybody like Samoa Joe at the time. AJ was refreshing. And Christopher Daniels was just very technical, very good. And it was a great combination for all three. And that's the one thing I definitely will remember TNA for, is the older stuff. The innovative stuff. The good innovative stuff.
Yes.
Not the grasping for air stuff. The clawing on the inside of the coffin stuff.
What about you, Bobby? What's your moments? What's your remember?
I remember hearing about a battle royal and flipping the channel to TNA only to see Jeff Hardy win, and immediately turning the channel after that.
Hey, that was recent.
Bobby, that was like
was that like 3 weeks ago?
Week. That was like 3 weeks ago, Bobby.
Okay, well that's what I remember from TNA.
They're still on TV?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Not for long.
I actually haven't watched them in probably since before the last time I was on the show.
You're not missing much.
And I think if you go back, I was very adamant on being non-TNA the whole way.
I do vaguely remember Raven being in TNA for a while.
Yeah,
and I think I have his Raven TNA shirt.
And he had the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match.
Can I have a side one? I can have a side. Remember when? Again, I don't think anybody will pick this, but the era when my father and I were getting the TNA pay-per-views, and it was like headline Rhino versus Raven for the TNA Championship. Was like the best time. Because they were actually good matches. They were great matches then. And it wasn't like old-ass Kevin Nash,
Rhino owes me a tricycle.
Rhino. Ask him about his boat sometime. Just saying. Riz.
He owes me a tricycle.
What? Okay. The only thing that you have to remember from any part of TNA...
This better not be mine, Riz.
...is one man. A man whose voice is so loud and so energetic, it made you feel like you were actually in that seat that he was in. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember when. Mr. Don West.
I'll try and bring up the video.
If you didn't get excited by him yelling things at you and making you want to buy things while in the process of talking about things.
I think he's selling swords now, isn't he?
He's selling. If he sold me a cup of water, I will drink that cup of water for how much he pays for it.
We should pour out a 40 of Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards on the curb for Don West.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
He is the only man who would save TNA.
Oh, I don't know about that, Riz. I don't know about that.
He will yell at the Spike TV producers to make it happen.
By the way, I'm showing the video of him in the baseball cards that he swims in right now while he's talking about this. Because
the
why
Wild
not?
West Deals.
WildWestDeals.com. There you go.
I wonder if that's still a thing. By the way, that's a free plug for you, Don West, you son of a bitch. We like a sponsor now.
You son of a bitch.
He's so good at selling. He just made you do a promo for him.
I know. I know. Him swimming in baseball cards made me say that to him.
I tell you what.
And we're not making money for him.
WildWestDeals.com is for sale. I think we need to buy it and just direct the Mayhem Show.
We should donate it. We should donate it back to him, like the NFL's players that like sell their rings.
Aww.
And then just donate it back to him. Wow. It's like, here, Don West, you can have this.
Wow. Mad Mike, what about you?
All right, guys, I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take you on a journey to April 23rd, 2009. I'm going to take you back when Mick Foley was on commentary and he was the authority figure in TNA.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to take you back to a match with Jeff Jarrett competing against someone in a hardcore weapons match. Mick Foley called the match a Cactus Jack Smack Attack. and that match was against one Scott Steiner.
Oh.
Now,
the mathematician himself, Scott Steiner.
Yes, the mathematician himself. Now, this match is not memorable by any stretch of the imagination, except for one thing. Because, Sorg, when you told me the remember one was TNA, this was the first thing that popped into my brain. At one point, one of the weapons was a pogo stick.
Yes.
And Scott Steiner.
I remember that.
Scott Steiner hopping on a pogo stick and then getting clotheslined off it by Jeff Jarrett.
Hopping horribly on that pogo stick, by the way.
It was not good, but it was great.
Oh my god, that comes right up on YouTube.
Yeah, it does.
It's so easy to find.
If TNA can only give me Scott Steiner on a pogo stick and the various suits of Rockstar Spud, they would be the #1 promotion in the world.
He's trying so hard to jump on that pogo stick.
He really is.
Oh man, look at that. There you go. I like they threw a spit.
I like the speech bubbles that post up.
He looks like Rob Ford on the seesaw. That video.
And there it is.
Really going for it.
Wow.
Really
well, tell us what your memories are of TNA Impact Wrestling.
Wheels has one.
Wheels? Oh, he does. Yes, he does. What is that, Riz?
He remembers watching Jeff Jarrett telling Toby Keith to shut up because nobody wants to hear him.
Oh, how ironic!
To be fair,
isn't it?
that's the most correct thing Jeff Jarrett has ever said.
True.
Mm-hmm.
True. Wow.
At GCW.
TNA, in the arms of...
That's my TNA remember when. We sang for the knockouts.
Oh, yes. Hey,
that was fun.
Hey,
that was my first show, I think.
Can I just have a little conversation with Mad Mike here?
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, fine.
Well, we are the ones that watch TNA religiously.
What are we going to do now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Riz. I'm thinking after NXT, we can just pick a random thing on the network to also add to a Thursday night.
You know what happens?
TNA
now?
might be on the network by then.
Yeah, there you go.
No, Bobby, because then they'd have to hire me back and I'd have to log all the footage first.
Oh.
Sure, there are other people that can do that.
No, he's the only one.
Bobby actually does not want me to get a job.
Wow.
No, it's not that I don't want you to get a job. It's just,
So what?
man.
Well, okay, so TNA is at this point. What went wrong? Where do you think?
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay, okay.
Jeff Hardy won that battle royal.
You know, if this is true, and this is why they were let go from their contract, it makes me think less of Spike TV and TNA.
Okay.
They hired Vince Russo back and did not tell the Spike TV heads that they were going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was against the orders of Spike TV, I guess. And they kind of just said, you know what, we're not going to do it anymore because we don't like what he brings to your. So pretty much, Vince Russo allegedly has broken 2 federations now, and will probably be hired for a 3rd. Just saying.
Vince Russo coming soon to GFW.
Oh no.
Yeah, because they're still saying, like, the article I'm reading here is saying that Spike is the show for Spike is still averaging 1.2 million viewers in the past month alone, and that's good for Spike. That's a really good number for Spike.
Good for Spike.
Yeah.
But again, when sometimes you're getting beat out by the reruns of Cops.
No, well, okay. Well, I think that no. Wait.
Well, Cops is a good show.
Whoa.
Cops is a good show.
Yes, we laugh about the Cops thing, but reruns are big business. That's why you see them everywhere. Yeah. That's why there are channels dedicated to them.
That's why I was on G4.
I mean, it's why it was on G4 because for the cost, they got better ratings versus what I had to pay to do Attack of the Show over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with actually somebody that works for the local Sinclair Broadcasting affiliate, and we talked about the rerun situation. And they're like, yeah, for the ratings we get, we're happy. Because somebody wants to watch Seinfeld and Frasier, somebody wants to watch Friends, and the wrestling they have with Ring of Honor. There was rumor actually going around in the past few weeks about Ring of Honor maybe being sold by Sinclair, and they're like, no, it's going to be part of our lineup. That show for how much they put into it. Have you been to a taping? Have you seen the setup? It's only a little bit better than a good indie setup in the long run.
So it's better than TNA.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. No, it is. I've seen TNA setups.
No, wait. Okay. So you've seen a recent TNA setup, right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen the setup when they were at Indiana, when Hogan was still around, and AJ was still around too, actually, and it was good. It was nice. It's nice. From what I saw then, have they pared that down? You think?
Actually. Now that I'm thinking, the last 2 TNA shows I was at, one was the pay-per-view taping.
Okay.
So they set up a little differently.
Okay.
But the one before that, they were just running all of everything from a laptop.
Well, that's a live show. That's not a TV show.
Yeah, but still.
But even WWE is really, really like only recently has WWE had a set for their live shows.
No, that's not true. That's not true. WWE records all their live shows.
Well, that's true. That's true for what they do there. There's no reason for TNA to be more than just, what they do with the laptop.
I guess it just looked unprofessional, especially when you have Jeremy Borash sitting at the laptop, then running into the ring to try and
actually not much different than what the Fink does on the SmackDown that I saw on the SmackDown house show I saw at the first Console Arena show. It was the Fink was doing everything, maybe even audio at that point. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure he's got a little bit more help than Jeremy Borash does on those live shows, but still, it's definitely very, very pared down in comparison. Okay. So I know I don't count those. Just tell me, how did the TV show look? How does the production on that TV show look? And I think it was still top notch for the size of a production they were doing, at least a year ago, I guess.
Mm.
So, anyways, I don't know. What else is there to say about this? Do you think?
So-
do you think there's a possibility they get picked up again? They're pulling strong ratings.
I think they'll get picked up somewhere.
Oh yeah, they'll get picked up somewhere.
I think you pair them with FX or FXX.
Oh.
FXX is going to need programming.
They do. They can't survive on Simpsons alone, right?
They have Simpsons for like
But
2 weeks,
but
2
then
to 3 weeks straight.
So what? So now they're going to be like, how many people get FXX? I understand that's a problem. It's a higher tier, right?
Yeah.
So that's not going to help them put more butts in the seats.
I don't think that's a network you want to be put
No,
on anyway.
It has to be on one of the first tier. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be G4. God, G4's up there too. isn't
G4's
it?
not even a
G4
network
is
anymore.
Oh, they're not?
No, it's
No, they're
Esquire.
not
G4
network
is
anymore.
Esquire
G4 is
now.
Esquire.
I'm
The
sorry,
Esquire network.
guy who doesn't have cable, help me out here. G4TV.com still a thing, so why?
Well, no, the only reason I brought up FXX is because that is the in vogue network. Like, that's the new one that's coming up because
True.
of The Simpsons. Because they move Archer there. Like, that's the network
League.
that they're moving their big shows to.
Yeah, the
And if
league's
they could-
on there.
Yeah, and if they could get on that, or like an IFC or something, I don't think it really fits the dynamic.
AMC was looking for a wrestling show, but then they picked up Billy Corrigan, so that might not.
Okay,
That's like a pair with the Corrigan thing, because that's a reality show, and it would give they might bring some of their production value to TNA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole AMC wrestling thing really throws me.
Yeah,
Like, really throws me. But they're only interested in reality shows, from the sounds of it.
Yeah,
that's
weird.
what Billy Corrigan show is going to be.
What is it? Just like going to be a show around his Fed?
Yeah,
as an independent or something.
Mm-hmm.
But if AMC does pick up TNA, you're going to have to get talking nonstop action. You're going to have to get Chris Hardwick another paycheck.
Well, no, you can do British Boot Camp. They can actually air it as a program because they air it over in Europe, and that's another thing. Like, that's another venue that we haven't even discussed with TNA. They could get signed to like Sky Sports.
Well, I think hands down the biggest thing they have going on is that foreign market. They've always been better in the foreign market. I think they survive alone by the foreign markets. So
because they are more accessible.
I could see Impact if they don't pick up a TV deal in America. I could see them just continue to do the show for everybody else. Maybe they throw Impact on the internet so they can get some foothold in America.
Maybe they get bought by the network.
That's what I was thinking of. Like, maybe not bought out by the network, but maybe go to something like Smart Mark Video. Do a video, do an iPay-per-view maybe, because their production is pretty much similar to the stuff we see on good.
Whoa, there it is
on Google.
iPay-per-view.
On Google,
and it would probably not suck on an iPay-per-view.
I think the only problem with that is that like Spike TV was putting a lot of money into the show. You can't go to like a Smart Mark Video or something like that and keep the talent you have.
Yeah, weren't they exclusive?
Like Kurt Angle gone.
No.
Dudley gone. Jeff Hardy gone. And then
Kurt Angle's already gone.
Kurt Angle's going to come home, right?
Has to.
He's coming home, right?
He has
to.
Please.
Pencil it in right now. I'm calling this right now. WrestleMania 31, Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan.
Whoa.
Pencil that in.
Whoa, please.
I'm calling that right now.
I'd love to see it. I honestly would love to see it.
I'm calling that because I have a feeling Bryan, I have a feeling Bryan will be ready for the Rumble. I'm hoping anyway. And then Kurt Angle comes out as a surprise, and Daniel Bryan eliminates him, and we get like basically the Angle-Shawn feud, but with Bryan.
Can we see Lesnar Angle again? Please?
Oh God, not the moonsault.
The milk.
Everybody always brings up the moonsault, but let's talk about the great wrestling that happened before and after the moonsault.
It was a damn good match.
He botched the moonsault.
It still is.
And then he went on autopilot with a concussion and still finished the match.
Yeah.
You want to know how good that match was? Of the only SmackDown replays they have on the network, one of them is the Lesnar Angle Iron Man match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the milk drinking contest was great too.
Wow. Well, Chad, you said we teased a little bit at the beginning of the show, but you said you had a little bit of a wrestling related story.
I do.
To tell.
I do.
So in your big return, you brought a big story.
Okay, so here's I am a PS4 owner. I have a PlayStation 4.
Okay.
So with the PlayStation 4, you have the ability to watch streaming on live on PlayStation with people who have the eye or whatever. They can stream their own shows or whatever they want from their living room, right? Just stream whatever. Or games they're playing and stuff. Mostly it's just people smoking weed or black guys drinking Hennessy or terrible life decisions by people. It's a shit show most of the time. But I'm cruising around on these streams because they are entertaining. And I come across normal people. Like there's these two couples, 2 girls, 2 guys, just sitting in what looks to be a nice living room, which is odd from everything else that I'm seeing. And they're doing wrestling moves. I'm like, well, what's this? You've caught my attention for at least a little while. So I'm watching them, and the girls are doing. The girl puts the one guy in the camel clutch, and then there's a Canadian maple leaf. I mean, they're breaking, and the girl's knowledgeable, very knowledgeable about wrestling. And then as I'm intrigued and I'm continuing to watch this, they say they are pro wrestlers. They've just been training. They've been doing it for a little under a year, but they do pro wrestling. So I'm like, well, this is getting better and better as I watch it. Then she's like talking. She does a back angle suplex. Like she's breaking out some real terms for moves. And I'm this girl, and they're attractive, and I'm like, this is great. This is fantastic. So I'm wondering who are these people? And the one girl puts up her Twitter name. So I go to there and I figure out who the other girl is. The one girl, she's Tully Blanchard's daughter. And they wrestle down in, South Carolina? And the other girl is Chastity Taylor. Her name is Tessa Blanchard. And I'm like, well, what are the chances that I'm just watching random streams and I come across Tully Blanchard's daughter who's just talking, I guess with her boyfriends or whatever in an apartment, just fucking around. That's her. And then she's talking about those two, just Chastity and Tessa just had a match or whatever. And yeah.
That's them?
That's yeah. Oh. Yeah. That's them.
Huh.
And I went, Tully Blanchard's daughter? What are the chances of coming across something like this? And here, her stepfather is Magnum TA.
Holy shit.
Wow.
What in the name of Magnum TA did you stumble upon, Chad?
So, I'm just trying to do research. I'm like, I get this can't be happening. Not only is her dad Tully Blanchard, but her stepdad is Magnum TA. And she's been wrestling for, I think she said, 8 months now. She's just gotten in, and she's a 3rd generation wrestler. And they had NXT tryouts about a month ago.
Oh, wow.
And not for nothing, she is quite nice to look at.
So, yeah, and they were. That very different from the other girls that I see on the streams. Very, very that's what I was like, oh, what have I found? And it was actually pretty cool just to watch because they were just answering questions and stuff like that. Normal, people type in the comments and they just read off and they'll just,
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe that. One of the it was like 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, on when was that? It was last week. It's
wow.
This
story gets weirder and weirder.
No, it was East Coast because they were in Carolina.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's 3:30 in the morning on, I think it was a Thursday or something. Yeah,
that's so random.
Yeah, so
that's prime infomercial time.
But for some reason, I thought that was
you were buying what they were selling.
One of the craziest things that could have happened, and it's wrestling related. And I'm like, well, this is great. I got to share this. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Wow.
And then I had dug a little deeper and saw that, like, she said, and even on the stream, she had said, yeah, we just had our NXT tryouts a few weeks ago, and we're looking, and she started talking about how she's been backstage for a bunch of things, and who she said she shared a cigarette with the great Khali.
Riz?
Yeah,
Riz would like that. And yeah, she had talked about being backstage, just like, because her dad's a Hall of Famer. So she's met Stephanie, she's met Triple H, she's talked to all those guys, and I would not be surprised if you don't see her at least on NXT in.
All right, hold on. I have a thought.
A year or so.
I have a thought on this. Can we align Tessa Blanchard, Charlotte Flair, Tamina Snuka, and have them be managed by Noelle Foley and call them the Three Horsewomen?
Possible.
A little bit of a stretch. I don't think the name is going to be marketable, but it could be still interesting. Did I see that?
And throw in Natalia.
The Four Horse Ladies.
Did you guys see the Mama Foley's baby boy's baby daughter shirt that was going around?
On top rope, yeah.
Is it on top rope? Is that like her, that is like her that shows it off, right?
That's her face.
Yep.
That is her. But no.
They had a Gregory Irons one.
It's
too.
also her wearing it. Oh, it's not gonna come up right away.
Exactly. She's the model.
Yeah, and Gregory Iron, of course, had one up there. That was a really cool one. Last week we were tweeting it out on the Mayhem Show account. I know. No, here it's popping up. There it is. Yeah. That. Oh shit! I'm sorry, it didn't pop up. There it is. Yeah, Mrs. Foley's baby boy's baby girl. That's amazing, and she's actually like a part of it. That's great. That is super great. Hey, I actually do have something from the weekend that I can. I got to see Mick Foley again.
Nice.
And of course, Bobby Riz. You guys were there the first time when I was here in Pittsburgh.
I have a question.
Yeah. Okay.
Did he do the Brock Lesnar joke?
Which was the Brock Lesnar joke?
Where he's talking about the promos back in the day, and he said, "In 20 years, my client Brock Lesnar." He was talking about.
No. It was really kind of a very, 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 very truncated version of what you experienced. One of the great additions was he talked about how he came to the gathering the first time like 2 years ago, and the tequila thing had happened where they throwed amongst other things human feces at her. So he had apparently gone to a Walmart and bought a lacrosse stick so he could throw it back. So, and he says,
"Now, Sorg, did he remember Dutters?"
We weren't anywhere nearby. We weren't close. We're on the outskirts. It was kind of hard to get a seat for that one. So, because it was basically in a tent with hay bales as seats, and
and again, Sorg.
What?
You want either Bobby or I to go to this event next year?
Oh, dude, it's not. Dude, it's not. What? Why does it sound so bad when I say it? You just need Dutters to tell you because she can put it in like normal people words.
Them ladies scare me.
Yep, like butthole.
What?
We'll tell you off air.
We'll tell you off air on that one.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
Let's get back to wrestling.
Okay,
guys, what'd you learn from wrestling this week? Riz?
Who wants to go? Oh, me? Yeah. I learned, and I did something really good, and I'm glad I helped out from what I learned. I learned that Freight Train is about to go overseas.
Yes.
He met his goal.
Nice.
He is going overseas with I forget what the company is that he's going for. There was a Kickstarter campaign for it, and it's amazing. Out of all the things that I have donated for the Kickstarter, this might be the one that I am so happy got made, because he's lovable and he's going to fulfill his dream of becoming a pro wrestler.
That's awesome.
Where is he going overseas?
London, I think.
The
right?
UK, yeah. It's a company in the UK that was like trying to get him a lot. and he wanted to go there. So him and Man Scout, I forget what his real
Jake
Manning.
Yeah.
Jake Manning are going to take him to the UK.
He should, when he's
for
over
a
there.
documentary.
When he's over there, he should do a move called the Hogwarts Express.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like they are. When I seen there, they're going to film it to. Yeah, they're going to film it.
They're making a documentary.
Yeah, do a documentary out. That's cool. That's real cool. Yeah, it doesn't say the company's name though in this. At least not in the. Not in the main stuff here. But yeah, only need $5,000. They're really just paying for it.
There is an update video, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You're paying for his ticket, and you're paying. That's it.
Yeah.
You're paying for his ticket.
And it goes into, like, it says his real name here, and that he's a dishwasher. He's a special individual. You know, that's cool. That's real cool. You know. He is genuine. I can tell you that. He is very genuine, and everybody loves him.
He's our favorite string bean.
He is. He is our favorite string bean. String bean. String bean. Anyways.
Because I really like string beans.
Anyways. Mad Mike, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned that Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon just watched the Raw from couple weeks before WrestleMania and just decided to redo the whole segment with Bryan and Triple H.
Freaking hate that segment, by the way.
Oh,
it's the same. I watched it again. Like
this is the one
I was watching the event and they showed the whole segment.
Yeah,
and then I was watching it and I'm like, something about this seems vaguely familiar. I couldn't pick it up when I watched it the first time, and then I'm like, it's exactly the same without the whole Occupy Raw. The exact same segment.
Are we talking about the one where he was handcuffed behind his back?
Yeah. It even was like with Triple H saying, "You don't want me to do this, Daniel. You don't want to fight me. Like, you don't want the game back." And then boom, he clubbed him. And Stephanie did the same exact thing. And I actually really enjoyed the segment. I know I wasn't with you guys last night.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the segment. I'm excited for their match. I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun because Stephanie McMahon is the best heel on Raw.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm completely with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, Brie's a shitty face, but Stephanie will make that work.
Oh, she's horrible as a face.
Make that segment work, whatever it is.
And a wrestler.
I hope this ends with Nikki turning on Brie.
That'd be fun.
Gonna happen.
I like that idea. And then we'll get the backstage story on Total Divas.
Yep.
Completely. What about you, Bobby?
I'm gonna be a little controversial here. I learned that I am once again a fan of The Miz. I think he's doing great work with his gimmick. I think he's an awesome heel. I'm starting to enjoy him again. I don't know about you guys, but you know, he's doing great.
Johnny Cage gimmick. The Johnny Cage gimmick is great for him.
He's taking that ball, and I hope he gets back to where he was before. I hope he gets back to the main event. They need more guys like him in the main event.
The thing that worked with The Miz when he first started was he was impersonating The Rock. And now he's impersonating The Rock. But the Hollywood version of The Rock.
He's doing it well.
He's doing it great.
Yeah.
Like, I love that they add the thing before his entrance now where it's like quiet on the set.
I keep thinking it's Rock.
It's just an extension of Hollywood
It's
Rock,
great.
and it's perfect.
It's great. Awesome. Chad, what'd you learn this week in wrestling? Or in the last 3 years of wrestling?
Well,
since it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while. I don't know. I don't get to watch wrestling as much as I'd like to. I do not have the WWE Network. I am one of like 10 people in the United States.
You want WWE Network? I mean, we can have like a $5 discount at WWEshop.com. You know, it's
so
easy.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that.
But I don't. I don't. My former tag team partner does.
Okay.
But I don't. But I have to say that what I've learned over the past couple weeks, because I've caught up a little bit, I'm hyped for not so much Brock Lesnar, but for what Paul Heyman is going to do for the future
Mm-hmm.
because he's on a roll.
Mhm.
And I think the Brock thing is going to work. And I think Brock's going to end up with the title. I really do. But it's going to be interesting to see how that works. And if CM Punk ever does come back, which I don't think he will. But because that's a whole can of worms he could open.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I don't think he will.
32.
I don't think he will for a while. But what I learned was WWE dropped the ball a good bit this past couple months, story wise. I think Daniel Bryan getting hurt kind of jammed them up real bad. But I mean, they really have kind of dropped the ball on a couple different things. What do they got going for them? I mean, no marketable U.S. champion, really. Like that. I mean, the best thing they did with the Intercontinental Championship was have the Miz win it.
Mhm.
They don't really have it. No one's really doing anything right now. Like they got SummerSlam coming up, but besides the Stephanie Bree angle and Lesnar Cena, what else? What are you doing? You don't really have
Why
any.
Rusev doesn't have?
You don't have any long-term storylines.
No.
You have no feuds. You don't even have wrestlers wrestling each other, not for titles, just regular old feuds, like just heated battles.
Well, you have Rusev and Swagger.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
Bryan Jericho.
That should be for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Rusev
Yeah.
should have that U.S. belt.
See, that would make sense, but they
Wouldn't that
haven't.
change?
They haven't done that. I really have learned that WWE is kind of needs to get back.
Oh.
I don't know what they're
Are we
doing right
talking
now.
about logic in WWE?
No.
Kind of maximizing, right? Like maximizing the idea of this Rusev thing by having a U.S. title involved.
Yeah,
Could be.
yeah, and having
interesting.
Rusev win the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Now you want heat? Let's get some heat. Let's do it right.
Yeah. Walk around.
I
That.
really hope
let's-
they have a flag
yeah.
match or SummerSlam though.
Yeah, let's. I mean, if
We've
you're
been
gonna
calling-
make bad
wait,
choices,
wait.
let's make bad choices 100% of the way.
And Mike,
Like-
you've been calling for a flag match for like 2 months now.
I have been, but they both had flags on Monday, Sword.
I know, and whatever.
How else do you end a patriotic feud than with a flag match?
Boot camp match.
Oh, no.
Okay, fair, but Sergeant
All right.
Slaughter's not involved,
No.
Mm.
and Swagger wasn't
Or
in the
Pat
military.
Patterson. So.
Bottle Rock, a Mad Maggle.
All right.
He's twerking.
This week I learned some fun stuff. Let me see if I can pull this up a little bigger here. I'm actually diving in. This is actually my Final Cut project that I have sitting on my laptop. Again, Kaiju Big Battle. I'll talk a little more extensively when we get over to Indie Mayhem Show here shortly. But one of the most interesting guys, and you'll see it here in a second, was this guy called Dusto Bunny. He was a bunny. He was dusty.
No.
And I don't know if you can see on the footage, but I
It looks
think
like
they
the
just
Yeti.
covered this guy in baby powder and just let it go. It was nuts. Oh no, it went to
Looks like
something
the
else.
Yeti.
It went to
The
something else.
Yeti.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he does look like the Yeti.
It does. He does a little bit, but he smells like baby powder. So
He's
lots
like the
and lots
Easter
of baby
Yeti.
powder. So that might be my new favorite character from the weekend, in this week in wrestling. So, guys, on that note, it's been
not
fun.
the giant waffle.
Oh, the giant waffle got jobbed out. So, and giant
The giant
waffle's
waffle
name-
named French Toast.
Giant waffle named
No.
French Toast. So, also, I learned that the boogeyman will feed worms to the front row. Just dropping them in their mouths. I don't know if it's because of the place I was, but
I have a feeling it was because of the place you were at.
yeah, I think it very well could have been. So, yeah. Guys, Chad the Shad, thank you for returning.
No problem.
Don't be a stranger, man.
I'll try not to
Thank
be.
you.
Like I
Anytime.
said, Tuesdays are days that I have to
Kinda
work.
rough. I mean, drop a voicemail every once in a while. Something, man.
Yeah.
Well, if you
Hey,
send me a
Chad,
video,
Chad.
I'll play it.
How are Thursdays for you?
So Thursdays are every other week.
You should
like,
watch
you know,
Impact,
for like-
and it's dying
like
with
Why?
us.
months from now,
I don't like to torture myself.
Even watch NXT. If you have
I
a
could.
He
chance.
doesn't have the network.
He doesn't have the network. When he
You
said
know,
he
I
was
have
hyped,
it. I have it downloaded on my PS4.
You were
I
gonna
just
say,
haven't
stay hyped.
haven't
you bought
purchased it.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
getting there.
I'm glad
I
he didn't say Mojo.
I had Hulu Plus and I canceled that, so the money's free. The money's freed up. I just haven't made the commitment yet to getting the network, but I probably will.
Your next free Thursday, you should
you
do
need-
it. Join the guys.
Do you need a video from the Bella twins as airline attendants on how to get the app ready for you?
No, I've seen them. I've seen them all.
Several
And
times.
I'm immune to them. Surprisingly. Maybe that's what I've learned. I'm immune to WWE's bombardment of merch and sales, and so you don't have edge anymore. You can't affect me.
That new commercial's pretty good though.
They don't have any edge merch for you. Like
No.
the last time they could have hit you up was the Hall of Fame shirt.
Yeah.
Are you stocked up on what's that show?
Haven.
Are you stocked up on Haven merchandise?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's just see what kind of Haven merchandise there is.
Like if there was a commercial
How about
on,
even Maven merchandise?
if
Maven merchandise, there you go.
Maven.
This
Oh
is very
my god!
confusing.
I would buy a Maven shirt.
Maven is selling swords with Don West on Home Shopping Network.
Well, I found wait. I found all the Haven merchandise on Cafe Press. That's not
there you go.
It's not good. Haven
Well,
merchandise.
now see if I was watching WWE and Edge just walked out and was like, "Hey, you better get that network," and just kind of walked away, I'd be like, "Oh man, I guess I got to get the network."
Well, you know they have like Edge. You know Edge is on the network. You can relive all the Edge you want. Decade of Decadence is on there.
I have that DVD.
That's true too.
I have all of those.
I did find your Haven merchandise you can get right here.
There you go.
Actually,
You own
Chad,
all that
Chad,
stuff.
Yeah.
Chad, I think I have a selling point for you for the network.
Let me
Do
hear.
you know what episode? Do you know what episode of Raw is on the network?
Which episode is that?
The live sex celebration.
Well, that was a landmark in TV history.
It was
With
the day before the first Mayhem show.
It was. It was.
Man, Mike, did they still have the nipple?
I don't believe I saw the nipple,
Oh.
but I wasn't looking very closely because I was also trying to fall asleep.
Apparently,
A likely
apparently I had.
story.
Judging by how we started, apparently I had. Also connected to that old timey thing. I ran into one of the guys at Toxic Radio, which they do podcasts and stuff now. But Riz. They do podcasts and stuff now, but they were one of the people back when we did, because we started, of course, with streaming radio with the WPAJ radio, stuff like that. They were one of our first partners.
Yeah.
With the whole streaming radio gig back then before podcasts were a thing. So it's good to see they're still running and I talked to him and he's like, yeah, I do wrestling podcasts and all this other stuff. He's like, I've been wanting to do a wrestling podcast for a while. I was like, then we should have a discussion.
Yeah.
So
We've been doing a lot of them.
Yeah, we've been doing it for 8 years.
Yeah.
430 of them, you know. So on that note, guys, hey, of course, thanks again, Chad the Shed, at Chad the Shed on the Twitters.
Yes.
At Mad Mike 4883, at Bobby FJ Town, at the E-Riz, and we are at Mayhem Show, of course. Please follow up with us. You can check us out at Facebook, Wrestling Mayhem Show, on the Google Plus Wrestling Mayhem Show, the Great Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group, where a lot of conversations and some of the stuff I showed off tonight are from WrestlingMayhemShow.com for all the shows, iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, YouTube. And again, big thanks to Basic Sickness, BasicSickness.com for our intro and outro music. Please rate us, tell your friends if they're into wrestling, and you can join us here live every Tuesday at live.sorgatronmedia.com at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that, thank you guys. Mayhem out.
Just wait.